An Igbo man narrate how he was shot several times by a Yoruba man and his children numbering about 30. According to him, they came to his house with brand new AK-47 rifles and shot him several times, which almost cost his life. But when he saw the Yoruba man and decided to report him to the Nigerian police to arrest and prosecute him, the Nigerian police force headquarters in Abuja told him, "Because you are an Igbo man, you will never get justice. Just hand everything to God and move on with life." He narrated this terrible incident to human rights activist, Very Dark Man. It was the end of November 2023, just a few days before December began. People were busy with their lives, preparing for the festive season, filled with anticipation and joy. But for one man, Chidibere Nwachukwu, everything would take a dark and unexpected turn that he would never forget for the rest of his life. Chidibere Nwachukwu, an Igbo man living in an estate in Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, had no inkling that danger was lurking around the corner. He lived a simple life, working hard to provide for himself and his loved ones. Abuja, a bustling hub of politics and culture, was where Chidibere called home. But on that fateful day, his home, meant to be a place of safety, turned into a battleground. On the evening of November 28, 2023, a group of men stormed into Chidibere Nwachukwu's home. Leading them was a man known as Baba, a Yoruba security guard who worked in the same estate. Baba had earned a reputation as a familiar face in the area, someone many might greet in passing without a second thought. But that night, Baba revealed a side of himself that no one could have anticipated. He wasn't alone. With him were about 30 others, including his own children. These men were armed to the teeth with brand new AK-47 rifles, weapons that seemed to symbolize their disregard for law and order. Where such high-grade firearms had come from, no one knew. Chidibere Nwachukwu was taken by surprise. He had no idea why they had come for him. Fear and adrenaline surged through him as the men demanded he go with them. But Chidibere was not a man to yield easily. He refused to comply with their demands, determined to resist whatever nefarious plans they had in store. His defiance seemed to infuriate them. Tensions escalated rapidly, and in their desperation to subdue him, they opened fire. Bullets tore through Chidibere Nwachukwu's body, and he fell to the ground, bleeding profusely. The sound of gunfire echoed through the estate, a chilling reminder of how vulnerable one could be, even in the supposed safety of home. The attackers left him there, assuming they had done enough to silence him forever. Chidibere Nwachukwu was not alone in that moment. His brother arrived just in time to witness the aftermath of the brutal attack. Seeing Chidibere lying on the ground, bleeding and barely conscious, his brother did everything he could to save him. In what Chidibere thought might be his final moments, he began to speak, telling his brother everything he needed to know. He shared passwords, gave instructions for handling important documents, and pleaded with his brother to take care of their family. "I don't think I'll make it," Chidibere told him, his voice weak but determined. It was a heartbreaking scene, one that his brother would never forget. The race to save Chidibere's life began. His brother rushed him to a nearby hospital, but they were turned away. One hospital after another refused to treat him, citing various reasons that made the situation even more dire. Time was running out. Finally, they reached Sedeka's hospital, where the medical staff agreed to help. It was there that Chidibere's life was saved, but not without great difficulty. He spent over a month in the hospital, undergoing multiple surgeries to remove the bullets and repair the damage done to his body. The physical wounds were severe, but the emotional scars ran even deeper. When Chidibere Nwachukwu was finally discharged in January 2024, he was determined to seek justice. He wanted answers. He wanted to know why Baba and his accomplices had come for him and who had sent them. Most importantly, he wanted those responsible to be held accountable. With this resolve, Chidibere went to the Nigerian police to report the incident. What he encountered at the police station was a revelation he had never expected. Despite presenting evidence, including identifying Baba and his attackers, the police response was chilling. An officer at the force headquarters in Abuja told him bluntly, "Because you are an Igbo man, you will never get justice in this country. Just leave it to God and move on with your life." Those words hit Chidibere Nwachukwu like a second round of bullets. How could such blatant tribalism exist in a system meant to protect all Nigerians? He felt not just betrayed but dehumanized. It was as though his identity, something he had no control over, had suddenly become a crime. Still, Chidibere refused to give up. He pressed on, following up with the police and doing everything he could to ensure that the case was not swept under the rug. But the system seemed rigged against him. Baba, the man who had led the attack, was briefly arrested but then released without explanation. His accomplices, supposedly arrested, seemed to vanish into thin air. Whenever Chidibere sought updates, he was met with vague responses or outright silence. To make matters worse, Baba continued to live and work in the same estate. It was as though nothing had happened. Chidibere, now bearing the physical pain of bullets still lodged in his leg, had to watch as the man who had tried to kill him walked freely, unbothered and unaccountable. The injustice didn't stop there. Chidibere learned that Baba and his gang had been involved in other crimes. In one instance, they attempted to kidnap another man near the estate. The victim was shot and his wife was abducted, with the kidnappers demanding a ransom of 1 million naira. The violence and criminality seemed to escalate with each passing day, yet no one in authority seemed willing to act. Determined to find answers, Chidibere sought out help from a human rights activist known as Very Dark Man. This activist had a reputation for fighting for justice in cases where the system had failed. When Very Dark Man heard Chidibere's story, he was outraged. He decided to take the case to the public, ensuring that it would not be ignored. Very Dark Man and Chidibere made plans to meet with the new Commissioner of Police in Abuja, Olatunde Disu. They hoped that under his leadership, the police force would take the case seriously and bring the perpetrators to justice. "This cannot be swept under the carpet," Very Dark Man declared. "If we allow this to go unanswered, what hope is there for others who face similar injustices? Nigerians deserve better." The journey to Olatunde Disu's office was filled with a mix of hope and apprehension. Chidibere knew that he was not just fighting for himself, but for all Nigerians who had been denied justice because of their ethnicity or background. As the case gained public attention, it became clear that this was about more than just Chidibere's ordeal. It was about addressing the systemic issues that allowed such crimes to go unpunished. It was about challenging the tribalism, corruption and impunity that plagued Nigeria's law enforcement system. Chidibere's story resonated with many Nigerians. People from different walks of life began to speak out, demanding accountability and transparency in the case. Social media buzzed with discussions about justice and unity as citizens rallied around Chidibere's cause. The road ahead was uncertain, but Chidibere Nwachukwu remained resolute. He had survived a brutal attack, endured the trauma of being denied justice, and faced the daunting task of challenging a broken system. Yet through it all, he refused to be silenced. As Chidibere and Very Dark Man arrived at the commissioner's office, they carried with them not just a plea for justice, but a message of hope. They were determined to show that even in the face of adversity, change was possible. Chidibere Nwachukwu's story is a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of standing up for what is right. It is a call to action for all Nigerians to demand a system that serves and protects everyone, regardless of tribe or background. And so, the fight for justice continues, with Chidibere leading the charge. His voice, once nearly silenced by bullets, now echoes loudly, calling for a better Nigeria, a Nigeria where justice knows no tribe. Chidibere Nwachukwu's determination to confront the system and seek justice didn't waver, even as the challenges grew more daunting. The meeting with Commissioner of Police Olatunde Disu became a pivotal moment in his journey. Alongside very dark man, Chidiebere entered the office, carrying not just evidence, but the weight of his experiences, hoping that someone in power would finally listen and take decisive action. The commissioner's office was a stark contrast to the chaos and injustice Chidiebere had endured. The air was filled with professionalism, but the tension in the room was palpable. Very dark man introduced Chidiebere, laying out the details of the case with clarity and urgency. He explained how Baba and his gang had almost killed Chidiebere, how the police had failed to act, and how tribal bias had been used as an excuse to deny him justice. Olatunde Disu listened attentively, taking notes and asking questions. It was clear that he understood the gravity of the situation. For the first time since the ordeal began, Chidiebere felt a glimmer of hope. The commissioner promised a thorough investigation and assured them that no stone would be left unturned. His words carried weight, but Chidiebere knew that actions would speak louder than promises. As the meeting concluded, the commissioner ordered an immediate review of the case. He instructed his officers to reopen the investigation, summon all involved parties, and ensure that justice was served. Chidiebere felt a mix of relief and caution. He had been let down before, and he wasn't about to let his guard down now. In the days that followed, the story gained even more traction. Media outlets began covering the case, shedding light on the broader issues of tribalism and corruption in Nigeria's law enforcement system. Activists, politicians, and ordinary citizens weighed in, calling for reform and accountability. The public outcry became impossible to ignore. Baba, the man who had led the attack on Chidiebere, was once again brought in for questioning. This time, the investigation was more thorough. Witnesses were interviewed, forensic evidence was reviewed, and the network of individuals involved in the attack was scrutinized. It turned out that Baba's activities extended far beyond the attack on Chidiebere. He and his gang had been implicated in multiple crimes, including armed robbery, kidnapping, and the illegal sale of firearms. The revelations were shocking but not surprising to Chidiebere. He had always suspected that Baba's actions were part of a larger web of criminal activity. What angered him the most was how these crimes had gone unchecked for so long, enabled by a system that seemed to prioritize power and connections over justice. As the investigation progressed, Chidiebere began to receive support from unexpected quarters. Community leaders from various ethnic groups reached out, offering solidarity and assistance. Lawyers volunteered to help him navigate the legal process, and activists continued to amplify his story. The unity and support he experienced were a stark contrast to the divisiveness that had initially plagued his case. For Chidiebere, the fight for justice was no longer just about his personal experience. It had become a movement, a call for systemic change. He started speaking out about the need for police reform, addressing rallies and appearing on television to share his story. His voice became a beacon of hope for others who had faced similar injustices but lacked the platform or resources to fight back. The turning point came when Baba and several of his accomplices were charged with attempted murder, illegal possession of firearms, and conspiracy to commit crimes. The trial was highly publicized, drawing national attention. Chidiebere attended every court session, determined to see the process through to the end. The trial was not without its challenges. The defense attempted to discredit Chidiebere's testimony, suggesting that he had fabricated parts of his story. But the evidence was overwhelming. Medical records detailed the extent of his injuries, witnesses corroborated his account, and forensic analysis linked the weapons used in the attack to Baba's gang. As the trial neared its conclusion, Chidiebere reflected on everything he had endured. The physical pain, the emotional trauma, the frustration of dealing with a broken system, all of it had brought him to this moment. He realized that his fight for justice was about more than holding Baba accountable. It was about challenging the very structures that allowed people like Baba to thrive. In the end, justice prevailed. Baba and several of his accomplices were found guilty and sentenced to long prison terms. The verdict was a victory not just for Chidibere, but for everyone who had supported him along the way. It was proof that change was possible even in the face of overwhelming odds. But Chidibere's journey didn't end there. He knew that true justice went beyond a single verdict. It required addressing the systemic issues that had made his ordeal possible. He continued to advocate for police reform, tribal unity, and accountability in governance. His story inspired others to speak out, sparking a broader conversation about justice and equality in Nigeria. Through it all, Chidibere remained humble. He often said that he didn't see himself as a hero, but as someone who had been given an opportunity to make a difference. His resilience and determination served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit could shine brightly. As the years passed, Chidiebere's story became a symbol of hope and perseverance. It was a testament to the power of unity, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the belief that justice should never be limited by tribe or background. Chidiebere's fight for justice was not just his own. It was a fight for a better Nigeria, one where everyone could live without fear and with the assurance that their voices would be heard.
Alright, so today's date is 20th January 2025 and the time is exactly 11:32. Now, immediately after this video, we are going straight to the Commissioner of Police and we want everybody involved in this to be brought out, to all be brought to book. We'll go straight to the Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Justice's office. Now, if what this guy is alleging is true, that means Nigeria is in a very, very big problem. If what this guy is saying is true, that after what happened to him, he went to the police to report, and the police told him that because he's Igbo, he should just forget about the matter, that he cannot get justice. Then this case it will not be swept under the carpet. Everybody involved will be brought to book. Okay. Now, bros, straight from your mouth, tell everybody what happened. Then immediately from here, I've given them the current time. Immediately from here, straight to Oga's office, Oga Disu's office, and then we'll follow up from there. And I believe that Nigerians will also pay attention to this case. So please, what did you say happened?
I was shot multiple times.
On what day?
December, close to November 28th, 2023. That is close to the end of the year. Okay. I was shot multiple times, but the person that set me up was one of the security in the estate. Okay. They used to call him Baba. So this man set me up, invited the people that even did the thing is his children. All of them, they gang up, they were many, over like 30. They came to my house that fateful day. I've already shared my story, so I'll make it very short. So after everything, they shot me. They shot me multiple times because they wanted to kidnap me. I refused to go with them. You understand? I fought with them. So for them not to cast, they don't want to like know who did the thing to me, so they had to shoot me. I was lying lifelessly on the floor. My brother, and before they even shot me, police was even around. But I understand that it was close to the festive period. Nobody wants to risk their life for such. So when my brother came to my rescue, and I thought I was going to die at any moment, so I was telling him, bro, this is the password to my phone, this is the password to this is the password to that, this is why I kept this document, you understand, in case I don't make it, take care of the family and all. I was just giving him my last word. I was like, this is the person that came for me. Baba and his children, they were many, they came to the house, all of them was armed with AK-47, new guns. Where are these people getting these guns? You understand? While I was lying, while they were trying to like rush me to the hospital, this Baba now came out thinking I was dead. It was like, what happened?
The same Baba that you saw?
Yes. I see, immediately I was like, he's among, they should hold him, he's the one that set it up and everything, he's among. You understand? They wanted to beat the man. Police rescued him. You understand? They took him away. Police was taking my statement, asking me questions, what do you do, this, that.
While you were still injured?
Yes, while I was still injured, I was about to die and all. That if I had issues with people and someone, I said no, I was just giving them, I was thinking I was going to die. They rushed me to several hospitals, they rejected me. Till I finally got to another hospital, Cedar Crest, where they treated me because, oh God. Do you know, after the end of this thing, I came out from there. I spent a month and 2 weeks in the hospital. I came out of the hospital, so I went to know what's going on with the case and everything. Lo and behold, they released the Baba. I heard they released the Baba. I
Why?
went after one other guy.
Why did they release the Baba? What reason were they giving?
I don't know why they released him.
Calm down, my brother, calm down.
I even went that day, the day they discharged me from hospital.
This was in 2023?
No, this one happened. When I came out from the hospital was in February, I think. No, I came out in January.
Okay.
I came out January from the hospital. This last year, 2024.
Okay.
You understand? So I started following the case up and on. That day they discharged me from hospital. I went after one of the guys with the
one of the Baba children.
Yes, one of the guys.
Okay.
Lo and behold, I saw him in the estate. He was still working. He thought I was dead.
Okay.
You understand? How the police carry out the investigation and all?
That means the police did not do anything about it.
They did not do anything.
Okay, so when you saw the boy, what did you do?
When I saw the boy, I went to pick up police and I went to arrest him. I'm even regretting why I hand those boys over to the police because I don't know anything about them till now. They told me that they are in the prison. 2 of them are in the prison. You understand? They released Baba, but they can get him anytime. Haba, what if I die? So I will not get justice. I went to the Head Force headquarters to go and complain. They told me because I'm an Igbo boy, I cannot get justice in my country.
That was what the policeman told you?
Yes, he told me that he will tell me the truth. That I should just leave it for God. Leave it for God.
So you mean they shot you? There's evidence that these people were involved. You identify your shooters, and then when the case.
Yane, now you won't kill me, ba? Let's go now.
Okay, so that's one of the Baba's sons.
Yes, one of the Baba's. So I don't even have the Baba's number here. There's one other guy again. That guy, I gave that guy money in the afternoon. Not like I was
show the guy.
See, they call him Damina.
Okay.
You understand? What they do, they go to estate to estate. I'm regretting why I hand these people to the police. But all I want to know who did this thing to me. If they were sent, or if it was just a random attack. Why is that man still in the estate? Because nobody's talking anything about it. Everybody is scared. Everybody's living with fear. The man is still in the estate.
The Baba is still working there.
Yes, he's still working there.
You said something about these same people went to go and kidnap one man.
They kidnapped one. They went to go, they tried to kidnap the man. They shot the man, took the wife. This one happened. I can even show you the video of a picture of the man.
I'll put them on.
Yes. They shoot the man. They killed the man. Took the wife. Demanded for a ransom of 1 million naira. Because of 1 million naira, they killed this person.
In that your estate.
Close to the estate, not in the estate.
These same people.
These same people.
Now you also told me something because me, I'm a very straightforward person. You told me something about guns, selling guns, and around
the person that used to give me information about these people, where they are, because they gave the information. They went to Nasara to go and pick some of them that ran away. These are some of them. I don't even know where they are. They say they are in prison, but I don't know where they are. I don't know if truly they went to prison or not.
So far so good. These people have been released.
Baba has been released, but why is he still in the estate? Why did they release him?
And you have you left the estate or you are still there?
No, I left the estate.
You left the estate.
Yes.
But you are still not comfortable because Baba is still working freely.
Exactly.
And you saw him the day you were attacked.
Yes.
Now,
even with my information, they told me that there's a place they used to rent gun in Abuja here. I gave all this information and still nothing is working. I even brought the person that was giving me information to work with the police. Still nothing is happening. So me, I'm not believing that, what that man told me that I cannot, since I'm an Igbo guy, I cannot get justice.
Don't worry. Okay, so now if this thing happened in 2023, Olatunji Disu, CP, he was not in Abuja then.
Exactly.
So I will quickly take this case to him, and maybe the person in the CP then was CP Bennett Igwe. That one is also a very good policeman. So I don't know the IPOs that they gave the case. I don't know what they did with the case, but I know about these commissioners and what they have been doing so far. So what we'll do is take you straight to Oga's office, Olatunji Disu's office. We'll table it, and I believe that Nigerians will want to know what happened in this case and why criminals were people that tried to kill somebody were arrested and they were freed. So imagine if this guy had lost his life. That's how this guy would not have gotten justice.
I'm not scared of anybody. I don't live my life in fear.
And that part where they said because he's Igbo, that's a problem. We are all Nigerians. We are all Nigerians. I don't do tribal. I don't do religion. If you are Nigerian, you are Nigerian. So if you are telling somebody that because he's Igbo, he cannot get justice, then the policing system in Nigeria is just tribal. And we cannot have that in Nigeria. Where Nigeria won't go if Nigeria our police, the guy is alive. You understand? Everything in there. He has all his evidence, which I'll place a lot of them. No.
You're telling me if I'm Igbo,
No, we'll go to the Commissioner of Police office now. You understand? We'll go there now.
I'm even regretting why I hand that boy.
No, my brother, no worry. We'll ask.
Wait,
No worry.
I consider myself as a dead man. I swear to
like
God.
I said, I trust.
What I went through, but I'm not sure anybody will survive.
My brother, no worry. Like I said, I trust the Commissioner of Police that is in Abuja now, Olatunji Disu, to give us results. He will give us results. Is the Commissioner of the FCT. He will give us results. If you went to the first headquarters and they told you that because you are Igbo you cannot get justice, then there's a problem. There's a very big problem. There's a very big problem.
Imagine I'm even still living with bullet in my leg, and so this man is walking freely.
No, you don't have a problem. We'll go there now.
He's walking freely, and every day all these crime rates keep increasing because they feel like they have someone. Who will be the person who did the top, who they sponsor this thing?
No worry, my brother. We're going to Nigeria.
I'm not going to live my life in fear. If any all of them they fear, everybody they keep quiet. How this country want it better?
Nigerians.
Once they tell you say run out of the country, run out of the country. If everybody run, who go dey the country?
Don't worry yourself, my brother. Nigerians won't know. I am also curious to know why they let them go. So we are going there now to go and make a report, and now it's in the public, so everybody don't know what they go on. So we'll go see, and we'll see the results that will be gotten out of this. Thank you.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.